It's funny. Sometimes the most unassuming buildings hide the most incredible stories. At first glance, this just looks like a small temple in the Taiwanese countryside. But it's not just a place of worship, oh no. It's a monument to a thwarted prophecy, a battle of cosmic energies, and ultimately, a really profound story of compassion.
So, let me ask you this. Can a temple be built as a weapon? I know, it's a wild question, right? But it's the perfect place to start. Because the legend behind this particular temple isn't about devotion or finding enlightenment. It was built with a single destructive purpose in mind.
So here it is, Tongshan Tang, out in the Changhua countryside. According to local lore, this very structure was strategically placed to act as a weapon in a war fought not with soldiers, but with feng shui. And its goal? To stop greatness before it could even begin.
To really get how this temple became a weapon, we first need to talk about the land itself, because long before any temple was built here, this specific spot was believed to hold an incredible, almost royal destiny.
The location was known as a sunrise makeup spot, and I mean, the imagery is just beautiful, isn't it? The idea was that a woman buried here would produce descendants of such profound beauty and power that one of them was destined to become an empress, catching the emperor's eye just as the morning sun lights up the world.
So, how do you stop an empress from being born? Well, you don't need an army. You just need a well-placed building. The story goes that a visiting Qing official named Yang Ganzan, he was kind of a feng shui destroyer, recognized the land's power and ordered this temple built. He had a position to sit west and face east, specifically to block the morning sun. It was literally like putting a giant wall in front of the empress's mirror. The sunrise makeup routine was ruined, and with it, the entire prophecy. Just like that, the dream was broken.
Okay, so this leads to a really crucial question. If you build a temple out of spite, to lock down a powerful piece of land, who do you invite inside to be its eternal guardians? Well, the answer isn't some famous god or powerful deity. It's something far more poignant and way more human.
You see, the inhabitants of Tongshan are not gods or mythical beasts. They are a direct reflection of Taiwan's difficult and often tragic history of migration and settlement. They are its unlikely guardians.
This temple is dedicated to Sikong Sima, which basically translates to the revered male and female spirits. But these aren't ancestors in the traditional sense. No, they're the souls of those who died without any family to worship them, the lost and the forgotten.
This whole practice is part of a wider folk belief known as Baishenggang. The term literally means the public's ancestors, and it's a way for communities to care for the ghosts of those who died tragically, maybe far from home, with absolutely no one left to perform the proper rites for them.
So why were there so many of these unclaimed souls? Well, because early migration to Taiwan was just brutal. There was a saying, 6 die, 3 stay, and 1 returns. People died making the treacherous sea crossing, they died from diseases, in violent clan feuds, or just from poverty on the road. A lot of them were single men, known as Luhan Zhao, who came looking for fortune but just found tragedy instead.
And here's where this incredible transformation happens. It starts with tragedy, with these wandering souls. Now, the local community, they felt a mix of fear for these restless spirits, but also this deep pity for their fate. So they took action. They gathered the remains, gave them a proper burial, and built a shrine. And through this amazing act of community kindness, the feared ghosts were transformed into Baishenggang, respected guardians of the very people who took them in.
This belief is so deeply ingrained in Taiwanese culture that it actually goes by many different names. And as we'll see, every single one of them shows a profound level of respect.
You can just feel the respect right in the names themselves. I mean, they're not called ghosts, they're called the public's ancestors, or Yoyinggang, which means the one who always answers, because people believe these spirits are really quick to respond to prayers. They're even called Wan Shanye, the Lord of 10,000 virtues. These are not names born from fear. They come from a deep desire to honor these souls and recognize their power.
But the story of this specific piece of land doesn't end with the lost empress. Oh no. There was another layer to its fated greatness, and, well, another tragedy.
According to another legend, this same area was also a sleeping ox spot. In the grand feng shui of the local mountains, this meant the land was destined to produce brave and powerful military leaders. We're talking great generals who would literally shape history.
But this second prophecy wasn't destroyed by a scheming official. It was broken by something much more mundane: progress.
See, the area was known for its rich red clay. During the Japanese era, this earth was heavily dug up for brickmaking. In the language of Feng Shui, they had dug into the sleeping ox, basically breaking its back and scattering all its spiritual energy.
And this is where the folklore just adds this powerful emotional layer. Local elders used to say that after the digging began, you could sometimes hear this mournful moaning sound at night, the sound of the wounded earth, the crying of the broken ox. The potential for great generals was just gone.
So when you put these two stories together, the lost empress and the wounded ox, you've got a place that seems completely cursed to lose its greatness. But that is not the whole story.
There's an old poem about the area that captures its immense potential. It speaks of a land where, quote, its sons are kings and its daughters are empresses. It's just this incredible vision of a royal destiny.
And yet, that's not what happened, is it? The imperial destiny was blocked, but in its place, the community built something else entirely. By gathering the bones of the forgotten and giving them a home, they elevated compassion above prophecy. They didn't get an empress, but they gained protectors born from their own kindness.
And that's why this is so much more than just a ghost story. The belief in Bai Singong is a living testament to the brutal realities of Taiwan's settlement history and to the profound empathy of the people who survived it. Its history, hardship, and kindness, all wrapped up in one single powerful belief.
And this really leaves us with a final thought. Every town has its stories, its strange little monuments, its forgotten histories. This temple, a place originally built on spite, became a testament to compassion. So the question is, what incredible stories of loss, destiny, and kindness are hidden in the legends of your own home?